பேசுகிறாடி. ஹலோ 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 ஹலோ
Hello, testing. Hello. Hello, check.
கொஞ்சம் ஃபுல்லாகவே ஆஃப் பண்ணிடுறா மைக்கு.
Hello. 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 Hello, check. Hello.
எல்லாரும் கொஞ்சம் அமைதியா இருங்க. ஹலோ கேக்குதாங்க? ஹலோ வருதுங்க. ஹலோ கிராஃப் வருதாடா? வருதுல்ல? हेलो तीन बार नहीं हेलो 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 माइक चेक हेलो हेलो ये கேக்குதா? हेलो हेलो चेक எது பண்ண தேவையில்லை. ரெண்டு பைக்கு ஆப்ல கிடக்கு சண்டா. ரேபால் கேமராவை பாருங்க, உட்காந்து ஃபோன் பார்க்காதீங்க.
Please be seated. Knowledge is power. Sharing knowledge is the key to unlock that power, says Martin Ugu. A pleasant evening to one and all gathered here for the valediction program. The Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Anandar College has successfully completed the 3-day international conference on Gen Z and the Global Future, fostering social responsibility in a connected world. And now we have gathered here for the valediction of this international conference. Let us begin this valediction with a prayer. Now let us all stand up for the prayer, and I invite the choir to lead us in prayer.
As Lord your pants for the water, so my soul after you. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. I want you more than gold or silver, only you can satisfy. You alone are the real joy giver and the apple of my eye. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you.
Please be seated. Small cheers and great welcome makes a merry feast. May I now invite our dynamic Vice Principal of Shift 1, Reverend Dr. J. Bhaskaran S.J., to deliver the welcome address for this valediction ceremony.
Dear Reverend Father Anthony Swami, the Secretary, and Dr. Sundar Raj, our Deputy Principal, and our illustrious Chief Guest for this valedictory function, Dr. S. Sendilnathan and Dr. Gilbert Rani, IQAC Coordinator, faculty members, and my dear students, a very good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon. சாப்பிட்டீங்களா இல்லையா சாப்பிட்டீங்களா very good. So it is a great privilege for me to welcome you all officially for this valedictory function of the 3-day international conference on Gen Z and Global Future, fostering social responsibility in a connected world. As we come together at the close of these enriching deliberations, we do so with hearts full of gratitude, minds enriched with ideas, and a renewed commitment to social responsibility. So, my dear friends, over the past 3 days, this conference has become a vibrant space of global dialogue, scholarly reflection, and intellectual exchange. Scholars, educators, practitioners, and students from different regions and disciplines have collectively explored how Generation Z is shaping and will continue to shape the future of our interconnected world. The discussions have challenged us to move beyond passive connectivity towards active compassion, ethical engagement, and socially responsive action. So, at this meaningful moment, it is our honor to extend a warm welcome to our Reverend Dr. Anthony Swami S.J., the Secretary of our college. So, hearty welcome, dear Father. And I also take the privilege to extend a warm welcome to Dr. A. Sundarraj, Deputy Principal of our college. He is an excellent academic leader, and his commitment to the institutional excellence is really remarkable. So let us all put our hands together and welcome Dr. Sundarraj. My dear friends, it is our honor and privilege to extend a warm and respectful welcome to the resource person, the chief guest of this valedictory function, Dr. S. Sendilnathan, Program Coordinator, UGC, Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, Bharathidasan University, Tiruchirappalli. Dr. Sendilnathan is a distinguished academician and an able educational leader whose contributions to teacher education, faculty development, and academic capacity building have made a significant impact at both institutional and national levels. Through the Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, he has been instrumental in promoting excellence in teaching, pedagogical innovation, and value-oriented higher education. We are deeply honored that he has consented to deliver the valedictory address for this three-day international conference on Gen Z and Global Future, Fostering Social Responsibility in a Connected World. His rich experience, academic insight, and visionary understanding of contemporary education will undoubtedly help us reflect meaningfully on the deliberations of the past 3 days and guide us toward purposeful action in the future. So on behalf of the management, organizing committee, faculty members, research scholars, and students who are gathered here, I cordially welcome you, dear sir. Welcome, hearty welcome. And as we come to the concluding moments of this valedictory session, we extend our warm and heartfelt welcome to all who have been part of this three-day international conference, our esteemed participants from various colleges, institutions, paper presenters, keynote and plenary speakers, faculty members, research scholars, and my dear students who are joined both in person and through online platforms. I also gratefully welcome the dedicated efforts of the organizing committee, administrative personnel, technical teams, and support staff who have extended their unwavering support for this three-day international conference. So hearty welcome, dear supportive staff. And finally, this valedictory function is not merely a formal conclusion, but a moment of reflection, renewal, an opportunity to carry forward the insights gained here into our classrooms, communities, and professional practices. As we bid farewell to these 3 intellectually stimulating days, may the spirit of dialogue, collaboration, and global responsibility continue to guide our academic and social engagements. So once again, I warmly welcome you all and wish that the insights gained during these 3 days continue to inspire our academic pursuits and social engagement. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for your warm words of welcome. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. May I now invite our Secretary, Reverend Dr. Anthony Swami S.J., to share his felicitations.
Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon. Respected Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Sendilnathan, Reverend Father, Dr. J. Bhaskar, the Vice Principal, Dr. Sundarraj, the Deputy Principal, Dr. Gilbert Irani, the IKS Coordinator and the organizer of this 3-day seminar, and my dear heads of the departments, staff members, and student friends. It is my privilege to be with you this afternoon to share some of my thoughts on this 3 days seminar. This 3 days seminar is not something for your examination. As I said in the opening ceremony, the first day, so it's not for the examination, but it is for your life. That's what I was saying. Because whatever you have achieved in this generation should be taken to the next generation. Now, if you are convinced of what you have learned today, then you have the responsibility to also take it to the next generation as it was given to us when we were young. But today's whole situation is totally changed. What we learned with 5 years or 6 years, you learn within 5 hours because everything is in your hand. The technology is so much improved, but the technology must be used for the improvement of the lifestyle of the people. And most of you are from this rural area. What you have gained, how you are going to use in your own milieu, in your own place, in your own village, with your kith and kin, with all your relatives, how you are going to lift them up, motivate them. And this is the responsibility that we are speaking of, social responsibility. Because everyone who is given opportunity should give opportunity to others. Then only the society will grow in a peaceful manner, in a healthy manner, and a peace and joy will be in everybody's face. Therefore, this has thrown certain light in your milieu here, but that light must be taken to a long way by you. And Anandar College should be the way, foundation laid for you so that you may take it to the higher level in the future. And I like to congratulate all the organizers, because it's not an easy to call people from different parts of the country and different parts of the world. You have the kind of people coming from different countries and speaking to you what is the situation now and how we can be a part of this program so that we may improve the lifestyle of the whole world, not only just one part but the whole world. And I like to thank them, and Anandar College is very grateful to them for these 3 days, because earlier we used to have a lot of 3-day seminars. Now we used to have only 1 day, maximum 2 days, and 3 days is something remarkable in this institution. So I wish you all the best for the people, and like to thank them for all the things they have done. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Positive action combined with positive thinking results in success. May I now invite our Deputy Principal to share his felicitation with us.
Respected Reverend Father Secretary, Reverend Father Dr. Anthony Sami, today's resource person, Dr. Sendil Nathan, the Program Director of UGC Malaviya Mission, Teacher Training Center, Balidasan University, Trichy, Reverend Dr. Jay Bhaskaran, and Dr. Gilbert Rani, the conveners of the 3-day international conference on Gen Z and the global future. And participants from other universities and colleges, and faculty members and our own students from various departments. Good evening. At the outset, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to offer felicitation in the valedictory session of the 3-day international conference on Gen Z and the global future. As Father Secretary pointed out, definitely these 3 days, this conference has provided a platform for a remarkable intellectual exchange of knowledge, bringing together diverse perspectives on a generation that provided an opportunity to redefine identities, technologies, workplaces, cultures, and global citizenship. The insightful deliberations and the paper presentations in the conference have not only deepened our understanding on Gen Z, but have also challenged us to reimagine the future through their values of inclusivity, innovation, sustainability, and digital consciousness. I congratulate the organizers for their vision, meticulous planning, and academic commitment in organizing such a timely and globally relevant conference. I also appreciate the eminent resource persons, both national and international, and chairpersons of various sessions, and contributors whose scholarly inputs elevated the quality of this conference. I also appreciate the active participation of researchers and students whose engagement truly reflected the spirit of Gen Z itself, the 3 important characteristics of the generation, that is curiosity, critical, and forward-looking. As we are going to conclude this conference, the ideas generated in the conference will undoubtedly continue to resound, inspire future research, and update policy and practice across disciplines and borders. I once again felicitate everyone who contributed to the success of this international conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to honor our resource person. I now humbly invite Dr. Stephen Jayaraj, Head Department of Commerce, to honor our resource person with a shawl. I take pleasure in inviting our secretary to give the memento to our resource person as a token of our love. Thank you, Father and professors. Success comes with efforts, and when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. May I now take the opportunity to invite our resource person, Dr. S. Sendilnathan, Program Director of UGC Malavya Mission Teacher Training Center, Bharathidasan University, Tiruchirappalli, to deliver the valedictory address.
Most revered Father Secretary, distinguished Vice Principal, respected Deputy Principal, the distinguished IQAC Coordinator of Anandar College, Dr. Gilbert, heads of departments, faculty members, research scholars, and student friends. A very pleasant evening to all of you. I deem it a great pleasure as well as privilege to associate myself with Anandar College on this occasion of the valedictory ceremony of this 3-day international conference focusing on Gen Z and the social responsibility. In fact, I am doubly happy to associate myself with this institution because I know very well the kind of the scholarship that Jesuit institutions promote, and no doubt Anandar College continues with that great tradition of Jesuit knowledge systems, which benefits every one of you sitting at the deep south at a rural institution. And in fact, Father Secretary was mentioning that it is almost 50 years of his experience in the higher education system. So the distilled essence of all the 50 years experience the institution gets
and the institution gets means you get. So that is the greatness about being in an institution of long standing and great repute. So I would like to congratulate all the students and research scholars on getting this opportunity to be here at this place of elevated knowledge transaction. So in this occasion of this event, when Dr. Gilbert Rani madam called me over phone, and immediately I accepted to be here for a couple of reasons. One is, this theme is dearer to my heart because I'm basically an educational technologist, and I represent the first Department of Educational Technology in the entire country. Bharatidasan University's Educational Technology Department was the first of its kind department when it was established in the year 1982. And Bharatidasan University again has the distinction of bringing in several innovations. For instance, Bharatidasan University was the first in the entire country to start a BSc Computer Science program in a college. Nehru Memorial College, Puthanamatti was the first college in the entire country of India to start a BSc Computer Science. Now, where we stand with information technology, where we stand with AI, we know very well. The starting point of undergraduate level education in computer science started with Bharatidasan University. So that way, this theme is of greater relevance to us. So I'm very happy that you have had a lot of papers being presented both face-to-face and online, facilitating you different perspectives. That is very important. See, when you participate in a program of this nature, you get networking opportunities with people, with ideas, because ideas are important, you see. Very, very importantly, these places are fertile grounds for sharing of knowledge, sharing of ideas. And with ideas, right from the Aristotelian days of Greek tradition of knowledge, sharing of ideas is something very, very important. And we always say that imagine if I have 1 rupee and Dr. Gilbert madam has 1 rupee, and both of us exchange that 1 rupee, both of us will go home with 1 rupee in our pockets. But if I have one good idea and Gilbert madam has one good idea, and both of us exchange the ideas, both of us will go home with 2 good ideas for reflection. So that is what is the great thing about idea sharing. And Swami Vivekananda would say, if you have assimilated 5 ideas and made them your life and character, you are more educated than a person who has got by heart a whole library. So it is not, of course, we don't go to library these days, right? Libraries come to our home, libraries come to our hand. That's how it is. So whatever is the case, the ideas are important. And where do we get ideas? Places of this nature. And unfortunately, in the post-pandemic world, this type of conferences have become very minimal, and all things go online, and which doesn't always provide a very vibrant place for discussion. So that way, I'm very happy that you have, in fact, restarted, right, face-to-face mode of conferences here. So maybe I would take another 10 or 15 minutes to throw light on some of the important. I'm very happy that a good number of students are here, because some of the aspects which I would like to highlight are closely connected with the technology used by the student community of the day. So can I have a presenter? You will move, right? Okay, right, fine. So I think a lot would have been talked about here already with regard to the Gen Z, and I was very good to see one small kid, a boy or girl, ma? Boy, right? Very nice, right? Okay. In fact, technology is all about educating those boys and girls. You see, all that I want you to think of is, how old is the boy, ma? 1 year. Say the boy, 1-year-old boy is attending an international conference with her. Right? That is nice. And what is more important is, we look at this generation of boys and girls as having taken birth in a connected world. When we were born, the world was not as connected as it is today. And that 1-year-old boy will be experiencing high-speed internet connectivity right from his day of birth. And he experiences the media, right? And he experiences the world through his digital platforms. And a screen is not just a flat screen for that boy. It is a gateway to an altogether different world. Okay? So that is the kind of experience. And you know, the early entry of technology into people's lives, how it changes their perspective, how it changes their behavior, and how it changes their personality, and how deep inroads are being made into their systems so that they become inseparable in the days to come. So what we say that people experience, the digital generation of students, the digital generation kids, they experience the world through digital media. So most of their life experiences are digital, right? So in fact, a conference like this is phygital, right? Physical and digital. But whereas on the other hand, you know, we belong to a kind of a print media culture, right? Maybe our great-grandparents belong to an oral media culture. In the Gurukula model of education, the Guru spoke and the Sishya listened, that's all. It was all talking and listening, right? Then came formal system of education after the Industrial Revolution, a print model. And now, right, the print is gone. Students are starting their career, right, as students in a digital media culture. That is what is very important. And you may have a different view also. See, digital media are tools. This is a tool, and the projector is a tool. And can the tool make a big difference? Okay? And this can be answered in two different ways. Tool doesn't make a big difference in some cases. And tools can make a phenomenally great impact on, right, the people also. I would like to quote Marshall McLuhan. Marshall McLuhan, a great media scientist, a great communication expert, he said, "We, the human beings, shape our tools first. And after a few years of use, tools will start shaping us." Okay? We are shaped by the tools we make use of, you see. See, when you forget your smartphone at home, okay, and come to campus, right, what type of a mindset you are moved into? You get into a panic state, okay, right, come on, oh my God, I have not brought my phone. And you know, you have not been using the smartphone right from the day one of your life, maybe a few years back. But you know, that creates an increased dependency, right, on that. So that is very important. So next slide, please, right. This is something which is already would have been talked about a lot. Next slide. So next, one more, yeah, right, previous one. Yeah, this point I thought I would share with you. This is actually McKinsey report related to the United States of America. But I have purposefully copied this picture. You see here, the born, the birth and other things. You see what is important is 49% identity as non-white in the category of the Gen Z, okay, and Z generation. And you see compared with that millennials and boomers, what is it happening? And you know the statistics here, 98% of them own a smartphone in the context of United States youth. But in this hall, if I see around 100 people, it is 100% mobile phone here. Am I right? If there are 100 people in this hall, minimum smartphones is 101. I know some of you have 2 mobile phones. Am I right? Okay. So, see, we are exceeding United States of America in terms of mobile penetration. Right? Okay. And 92% of them leave a digital footprint. Okay. I request you, think of the digital footprint you are creating. See, you think that you go to Google and you search for something, you go to ChatGPT and explore some concepts related to your topic for writing assignments. But please understand that every movement you make on the browsers, they leave a right footprint. And they can be tracked and you can be analyzed critically, right? The system's profile where you are from, right? And what type of searches you make. So that is one point I would like to say. And 50% of them are connected online for 10 hours a day, okay? 10 hours a day, okay? And in the context of India's mobile penetration, it is almost 24 hours a day we stay connected, right? 24 hours a day we stay connected, you know. Sometimes, right, somewhere we are there in an airport, midnight or railway station, right? You feel bored. So you think that you can complete some work and send messages to office or some people. And interestingly, somewhere around 2 a.m. you send a message, there is a reply, right, from somebody. Right, okay, right, okay. So that way, this morning I think I sent a message to Dr. Gilbert Madam around 5:15, 5:30. And next 20 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes later, she sent a reply to me, right, okay. So that way, you see, the same dynamics of media penetration in the United States is felt in India also. That is very, very important. And we predict that in the next 21 months, the number of smartphones in India will be more than that of the total population. So that means the smartphone usage will be more than one per user. Okay? And you cannot believe that India stands as the second largest country in the world with maximum penetration of the maximum internet penetration in the rural networks. Okay, rural, of course, the metros, some other countries dominate. But penetration of mobile networks inside the rural population, India stands second. And every third smartphone, right, in the world is being used by Indians. And unimaginably lower cost data, right? You cannot see, higher network, higher bandwidth is there in Singapore, Malaysia, but the cost is also high. Canada, it is very huge. But you know, for 99 rupees, you recharge for 1 month, you get a 1.5 GB network, which can be a great enabling technology for you, which can be a great tool of empowerment for you, provided you know how to handle the network positively, right? So that is what I would like to highlight. Next slide, please, right, again. So this is the comparison between Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha is 2010 and later born. So that boy, right, who our research scholar, you are a faculty here? She carried, right, you know, he belongs to Gen Alpha, right? And you see the characteristics of, see, I told you, born into a world where digital learning is the norm and shorter attention spans compared to Gen Z, right, okay? The features are there, right, okay, how it is, right, okay? So, and prefers interactive, immersive experiences like AR and VR education. See, we talk about the artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality as immersive technologies because they are capable of giving you immersive experience. If the boy started making a lot of noise inside the hall, you know what would have been her strategy to manage him? He would have opened up the smartphone and given to him. And you know, till I complete my talk, until I complete the vote of thanks, right, the boy would have continued, right, to be staying immersive in that platform because that platform is capable of keeping the attention of the boy and keeping the emotions, right, engaged. Engagement, that's a very powerful word. And you see, this comparison, the slide is already copied here. You can have a copy of it and how it differs, right, and how certain positive aspects of this generation is there and how there are certain, right, downsides, right, also, right. Next slide, please, right. So you see, I would like to highlight here, dear friends, maybe another 10 minutes or 15 I would talk, the P21 framework. You are all 21st century learners and teachers are 21st century teachers and 21st century curriculum is put into practice and we expect right, the 21st century industries to engage you and recruit you in the days to come. So in that context only, we have a framework called the 21st Century Education Framework, P21 framework. And what is important here is that inner green circle, right, that arch, right, you see core subjects are important. Your mathematics, science, languages, very important. See, whatever technology you have, see why India is an IT giant now. India is number one in terms of IT supply, right? IT service supply, right? If at all the Indian IT engineers in the United States of America go on a strike, the entire United States will collapse, right? And not only when US collapses, the entire world collapses, right? In terms of economy, in terms of all its aspects, right? So core subjects are important, but core subjects have to be connected with 21st century themes. Physics, 20th century physics cannot continue as the same. It has to become 21st century physics. Mathematics, right, core mathematics should become 21st century model, applied mathematics, mathematical modeling. See, data science is all about mathematical modeling. It's all about statistics. People think that data science is computer science field, but it's more of mathematics and statistics field, right? See, the last year, 2025 Nobel Prize for Physics, if you recall, was given to a couple of people. And the work they did was related to artificial neural networks, which is computer science field. But who is getting the Nobel Prize? Physics. Nobel Prize Physics is awarded to them, right? So that is the kind of multidisciplinarity that is coming up. So You will have to, you learn mathematics essentially in connection with science, in connection with computer science, in connection with applied economics. That is what is the important thing here. And then, of course, the overarching thing is life and career skills. An institution like this can give you a lot of life skills, right? That is very important. How to, see, you are going to make a career, and the career will yield you some finances, will give you some salary. How to lead your life, right? That is what the institution will give you. And then you have learning and innovation skills, the skills to innovate, the skills to learn, right? See, you may not believe, a very small state, a very small country like Israel, right, is making a lot of changes in the world in terms of its innovation index. Innovation index, Israel stands number 1. And there are 44 innovations Israel has done, starting from drip irrigation system to swallowable cameras to analyze your internal system. Swallow a small camera in the form of a capsule. You swallow it, and the entire gastrointestinal system is scanned, right? So starting from drip irrigation model to very advanced ones, Israel is making changes. You know what type of a country Israel is, right? Okay. So that way, innovation skills. And then information, media and technology skills. That's important. Information skills. See, you go to Google, and if you give photosynthesis, 263 sites open. And what content is valid, right? How to get the content validated online. Information processing skills, information literacy skills, media literacy. Unfortunately, in the context of India, we don't have any inputs on media literacy to the students, right? So that is why hero worship becomes a big thing in the cinema. People take cinema as something very big. They don't understand that it is a constructed reality, right? Nothing more than imaginary, fictitious things, right? Whereas a Western child is given the inputs related to media literacy. They look at media as media. They take it as entertainment, right? Okay, and that is the thing, right? Okay, but here it is different, right? Okay, and then, you know, the footing, right? Standards and assessments. Assessment is very important. Standards set for the students' learning. And the curriculum and instruction, professional development of the teachers, and all these things make up the learning environments. Next slide, Kana. Right? I would like to highlight, this can be skipped, go to the next slide. So I would, now that I see plenty of students and research scholars, I thought I would focus a little on person-centric digital literacy. See, dear friends, you have plenty of digital technologies available to you 24/7 readily. And most of these digital technologies are available to you free of cost. Okay? But one payment you are making, your personal data. Google gives you plenty of services free. But please understand that you are giving your data with which Google is making money. Right? You know, you search for something on Google. Google will track all your searching, profile what type of searches are made, and will sell to the company. Right? So you may even now phone calls. For instance, I will tell you, maybe now the program will get over by 4 o'clock. While walking back to the bus stop, you make 5 phone calls to the local electronic goods sellers. I want to buy a washing machine. How much is the cost? What is the discount you will offer? Is there any Pongal offer? Right, like that you call 5 people. Tomorrow morning, apart from these 5 people, somebody else will call you. And then, sir, we have a special offer for you. 90% offer is there for a for washing machine. Right? Within 1 hour, the sale gets over. Already half an hour is over. Within next half an hour, if you confirm and make a 10 rupee GPay, we will block one product for you. How do they know that you are looking for you are planning to buy a washing machine? That is what is all data selling is all about, right? So please understand that, right? So you see here, if you go to, I will show you one more model. You can compare and see what skills are repeated. This is a different person model, right? So information, data and content. You should have some basic literacy to understand what type of information is made available. So you want to know the population of Madurai. You give on Google search, right, Madurai population. First site that will come is .www.en.wikipedia, right, no doubt. English Wikipedia will come. And second or third one will be Madurai district headquarters, Tamil Nadu government's Madurai, right, district website will open. And your Wikipedia will give some number as the population, and district collectorate website will give some number, which has to be taken as valid population. You should have that information literacy, right? So which is to be believed, right? Because you should have an understanding that Wikipedia is editable content. I can log in, and if the number is somewhere 6,21,688, I can make it as 9 lakh, right? For some time, it will not be, maybe in the brackets it will say, right, disambiguation, not so clear, we'll have to verify, right? That's all. So that is very important. And teaching, learning, self-development, right? And then communication, collaboration, and participation. See, whatever is the expansion that happens, essential skills of communication are important. Who wins in the game at last is the one who knows how to communicate better, how to communicate more effectively, right? That is very important. Whatever is the score you carry in your mark statements that are not going to fetch you as job, your performance in the interview will fetch you a job, right? So that is where communication is important. The next one is skills of collaboration. 20th century was a century of competition, and 21st century is a century of collaboration. You should have that tendency to collaborate with people, work jointly, right? Work in a team, right? These are all very important things, and sometimes multicultural teams. You are recruited by TCS, you are recruited by Cognizant Technology Solution, you are trained in Chennai, and along with you, the fellow trainees will be Biharis, Oriya, right, Bengalis. So you should have kind of a multicultural collaboration you should be in a position to make. And then participation. I hope all of you have participated in the conference. You have not simply attended. Am I right? Okay. Now attending a conference is different, participating in a conference is different. Okay. So I hope you have all participated. Without participation, no learning happens. Wherever it is an on-the-job training or pre-job training, right? Whatever is the case, you will have to participate. You will have to immerse yourself in that environment. Only then learning happens. And then, of course, you have digital identity, digital well-being, digital safety. See, these are all now big issues now, right? Now digital arrest. Who is getting digitally arrested? A police officer, right? A lady inspector is getting digitally arrested. And especially whenever this, a couple of weeks back, a couple of days back, the end of the year, there were a lot of changes State Bank of India brought in its online banking. And you know, State Bank of India has started sending messages to people that these are the changes we are making. So you will have to revalidate your KYC, this and that. Along with that, parallelly, a lot of fraudulence started happening. People started making calls. Sir, have you received a call from State Bank of India asking you for revalidating your KYC? So we are the authorized agency, kindly click on this, right? You see how on one side, right, increased awareness being created on safety. On the other side, that is being misused by miscreants, right? So you see, this is very simple. This technology solution irukkumaana, I don't know. இது ஒரு பாடல் ஒன்று இருக்குது, பழைய பாடல், எம்ஜிஆர் பாடல், திருடனாய் பார்த்து தெரிந்தாவிட்டால் திருட்டை ஒழிக்க முடியாதுன்னு. இந்த ஆன்லைன் ஃப்ராடல்ஸ் அண்ட் அதர் திங்ஸ், ஐ டோன்ட் திங்க் என்ன ஃபயர்வால் போட்டாலும், என்ன செக்யூரிட்டி, சைபர் செக்யூரிட்டி, ரைட், இதெல்லாம் இட் இஸ் நாட் கோயிங் டு ஸ்டாப். ஒன்லி எ thoroughbred awareness on the part of the people, right? Especially when youngsters go to online platforms and work online with social media and other things, you are more prone to attacks, right? Bullying and plenty other things. So without proper awareness and without proper handling, right, of these things, you will be taken for a ride and you stand better chances. எங்களுக்கு அதெல்லாம் வராது. எங்களுக்கு shadi.com ஓப்பன் ஆகாது, ரைட்? ஓகே, ரைட். matrimony.com எங்களுக்கு ஓப்பன் ஆகாது. ஏன்னா அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும் நாங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி we are suffering, right? Okay, right. Whereas for youngsters it will open, right, and it will invite you, right? Okay. So if you are somewhere, right, missing, right, கொஞ்சம் ஒரு little bit of unethical இருக்கலாம்னு நீங்கள் நினச்சிட்டிங்கன்னா you are gone, right? You have to be extremely cautious. See, no doubt it's a technology is a double-edged sword, right? நீங்கள் எஃபெக்டிவாக ஹேண்டில் பண்ணால் you win, and you get lost in the mire, finished, you are gone, right? Okay. Then technical See, whatever job you take today, technical proficiency is a must, right? Some basic ICT, some basic competency skills, basic literacies working with technologies, right? Because there is no job in the world today which is not connected with technology use. Every job, right, is something. You may not believe, ஒரு 3 வீக்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு விளம்பரம் வந்தது. ஐ திங்க் ஐ ஹவ் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்து வச்சேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். என்ன ஜாபுக்கு கேட்குறான்னா, சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ் வேக்கண்டில் வருது, பேபி சிட்டர். ஓகே, எ ஜாப் ஆஃப் எ பேபி சிட்டர், எ லேடி டு டேக் கேர் ஆஃப் எ ஸ்மால் பேபி அட் ஹோம். அதில் என்ன போட்டிருக்காங்கன்னா, ரைட், 2-3 விஷயங்கள் போட்டிருக்காங்க. மிடில் ஏஜ்டு, பியூர் வெஜிடேரியன், ரைட், இந்த மாதிரி சில ஸ்பெசிஃபிகேஷன் போட்டுட்டு என்ன போட்டுறான், வித் நெசசரி, with some sufficient technology skills, right? Okay, understand the point. Then, I asked one of my students, you make a call to that number, okay? Okay, there was a number given, okay? You make a call to that number and make inquiries. What do you mean by technology skills? எது கேட்டிருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா, அவங்க சொல்கிறாங்களா, அவங்க பேரண்ட் எல்லாம் யூஎஸில் இருக்காங்களா, ரைட்? இங்கே வந்து only an elderly mother and a young mother, an elderly man or senior lady, a young mother and small kids 2 பேர் இருக்காங்க. அவங்க எல்லாம் அலைனாவில் கனெக்ட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிறாங்க, ரைட்? அலெக்ஸாவில் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணுறாங்க அங்கேருந்து, ரைட்? எவ்ரி 2 ஹவர்ஸ்க்கு ஒரு தடவை மாப் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ரோபோட்டிக் வேக்யூம் கிளீனர், ரைட்? இவங்க ஏதாவது ரீசெட்டிங் பண்ணி விட்டால் எங்களுக்கு ப்ராப்ளம் ஆகி போயிடும். அதனால் பேசிக் சார், நான் சொன்னேன் எங்களுக்கே தெரியாது சார் அலெக்ஸாவோட ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது, ரைட்? ஹவு டு யூ எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் அ பேபி சிட்டர், எ ப்ராஸ்பெக்டிவ் பேபி சிட்டர் டு நோ டு ஒர்க் வித் நெட்வொர்க் கூகுள் என்வாயன்மெண்ட் அலெக்ஸாவில் கமெண்ட் பண்ணுறதுன்றது? தட் இஸ் ஹவு இட்ஸ் ரிக்வயர்ட், ரைட்? And these are creativity skills, innovation and research skills. See, wherever you do a little bit of research competence na edo PhD postdoctoral research pandradilla, konja analytically think pannakudiya capacity, right? That's important. Next slide, sir. This is a bigger one. I am not going deep into it. It is copied here. It is a meta framework for digital literacy, and several levels it is mentioned. See, 3 direct competences, right? Information and data literacy, right? And communication and collaboration literacy, technical literacy, these three. So what I want you to do is, எதெல்லாம் எல்லா ஃப்ரேம்வொர்க்லையும் ரிப்பீட் ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்கள். ஸோ தட் பிகம்ஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அண்ட் எசென்ஷியல், ரைட்? அண்ட் தென் 7 transversal competencies, then the several dimensions and the profiling and அதனுடைய specifications are given in that side. Next slide போகலாம் சார், ரைட்? Okay, so this is called a digital quotient framework. I am sure your teachers would have talked to you about developing your IQ level. You know what is an IQ? Intelligent quotient. Intelligent quotient ங்கிறது very simple calculation. உங்களுடைய chronological age divided by mental age into 100. அதான் உங்களோட ஸ்கோர், ரைட்? ஓகே, உங்கள் ஏஜ் உங்களுக்கு என்ன ஆச்சு? 21 வயசு. அண்ட் உங்களுடைய மென்டல் ஏஜுங்கிறது என்னென்னா, எந்த ஏஜுக்கு உண்டான ப்ராப்ளத்தையும் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டையும் உங்களால் பண்ண முடியும், ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் பண்ண முடியுங்கிறது மென்டல் ஏஜ். நீங்கள் ஒரு 25 வயசுக்காரரோட பண்ணக்கூடிய ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங்கை உங்களால் பண்ண முடியும், ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங் ஸ்கில்ஸ், ரைட்? வி சே அப்படின்னா யுவர் மென்டல் ஏஜ் இஸ், ரைட், 24. யூ டூ த கால்குலேஷன், யூ வில் நோ வேர் யூ ஸ்டாண்ட், ரைட்? ஓகே. அண்ட் இன்றைக்கி என்ன சொல்கிறேன்னா, ஐக்யூவை தாண்டி இடையில கொஞ்ச நாள் டேனியல் கோல்மேன் அண்ட் அவங்கெல்லாம் டெவலப் பண்ணி இக்யூன்னு ஒன்று பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம், இமோஷனல் கோஷன்ட், ரைட்? Emotional intelligence, right? How good you are in terms of managing your emotions, especially in workplace, right? Okay, in place, right? And அதை தாண்டி இப்போ என்ன பேசுகிறோம்னா, digital quotient னு ஒன்று பேசுகிறோம், right? How good you are in terms of using, avoiding misusing and rightly exploiting the potentials of technology for doing your work better. So that is all about right, DQ. அதில் நிறைய இருக்குது. டிஜிட்டல் ஐடென்டிட்டி, நமக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு டிஜிட்டல் ஐடென்டிட்டி இருக்குது, ரைட்? நமக்கு ஃபேஸ்புக்கில் ஒரு போஸ்ட்டை போட்டு 4 பேர் இப்படி கையை தூக்குனா தான் நான் சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கேன், ரைட்? யாரும் கண்டுக்காமல் இருந்தால் யூ ஃபீல் லெஃப்ட் அவுட், ரைட்? ரைட், வாட் இஸ் திஸ், த வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் இக்னோரிங் மீ, ரைட்? ஓகே, ரைட்? That's a digital identity we have, right? And digital rights, we have some rights, right? Digital rights are important. And the digital literacy already I talked about. And digital communication, the ability to use digital platforms for communication, right? இன்றைக்கி எங்கள் ஆஃபீஸில் இமெயிலை பிரிண்ட் அவுட் எடுத்து படிக்கிற ஆளுங்க நிறைய உண்டு எங்கள் ஆஃபீஸில். எங்கள் கன்வென்ஷனல் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ரிட்டையர் ஆக போகிற பீப்புள் இருக்காங்க. இமெயிலெலாம் நமக்கு செயற்பட்டு வராது தம்பி, ரைட்? நம்ம ஆஃபீஸில் பிரிண்ட் அவுட் எடுத்து தர சொல்லியிருக்கேன், ரைட்? ஓகே, தட்ஸ் இட், ரைட்? ஓகே. அண்ட் டிஜிட்டல் இமோஷனல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ்னு ஒன்று கொண்டு வர்றான். now, because the digital experiences people have can implicate the emotional functioning of you. ஒரு மெசேஜ் வருது அல்லது ஒரு ஸ்டேட்டஸ் பார்க்குறீங்க வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் சாதாரணமாக, you feel a little, right, emotionally either disturbed or elated, right? You know, it has its, sometimes we see people, I saw one day very recently, right, in Viluppuram railway station, a lady sitting with a mobile phone and seeing some status, somebody else's status videos. And I could see she was shedding tears in between. So she got naturally seeing something emotionally disturbed, right, with her. So digital emotional intelligence, digital empathy. நமக்கு எத்தனை பேருக்கு டிஜிட்டல் எம்பத்தி இருக்குது? வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் மெசேஜ் போடுறோம், ரிப்ளை பண்ணினா கூப்பிட்டு திட்டுறோம், ஃப்ரெண்டை கூப்பிட்டு, இல்லையா? அண்ட் ப்ளீஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், வாட்ஸ்அப் மெசேஜ் இஸ் an asynchronous communication. நீங்கள் போட்டால் அடுத்த செகண்டே பார்க்கணுன்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது, பார்க்கவும் முடியாது. 8:21 போட்டால் அவர் நாளைக்கு காலையில் 8:25 கூட பார்க்கலாம். இட் இஸ் நாட் அ சிங்க்ரனஸ் கம்யூனிகேஷன். சிங்க்ரனஸ் தான் ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ், லைவ், ரியல் டைம். பட் அது asynchronous communication. Do we wait for that? Right, okay? Empathizing with people on the other side. நமக்கு அந்த பக்கம் இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு நெட்வொர்க் இருக்கா? Right? We don't know. Right, okay? So then digital security I already talked about. Cyber security is little different. It is on the higher end. பின்னாடி மெஷினுக்கு பின்னாடி ஒர்க் ஆகிறதெல்லாம் சைபர் செக்யூரிட்டி மேட்டர். நமக்கு தேவை ஃப்ரண்ட் எண்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய digital security, how to remain safe online. Okay, please understand, online safety is a very very important thing. அதை நீங்கள் இக்னோர் பண்ணிங்கன்னா அல்டிமேட்டாக உங்களுக்கு ஏற்படக்கூடிய லாஸ் in terms of personal data, in terms of your finances sometimes, in terms of your personal identity, உங்களுடைய பேரையும் உங்களுடைய முகத்தையும் உங்களுடைய இமேஜஸையும் people can misuse and it can be really damaging. We have seen, நமக்கு வருண்குமார் ஐஏஎஸ்னு ஒரு டிஜிபி, ரைட்? நீங்கள் நியூஸ்லாம் படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. யூ நோ தட் ஆர் நாட்? இஸ் a director general of policeங்க. Trichyli he was there, now he is shifted to Chennai. His own family, his family photograph, right, was hacked, right? You know, there was a case for quite some time. Who is fighting the case? A director general of police. ஒரு டிஜிபின்னா நீங்கள், நாங்கள் last time when Prime Minister came, he was the coordinating officer, I was the nodal officer, PMO. So I had plenty of opportunities to go. First second time எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் restrictions. Third time, fourth time போகும்போது the police, they understood, okay, next ஒரு 1 week 10 daysக்கு இவர் அடிக்கடி வந்து போவார்னு. ஆனால் every time they will frisk you, they will take away all your electronic gadgets, keep it outside, only then you can go and meet him. அப்படி ஒரு செக்யூரிட்டியில் இருக்கிற ஒரு பர்சனுடைய ஃபேமிலி ஃபோட்டோகிராஃப் இஸ் மிஸ்யூஸ்டு. இப்போ நம்மலாம் எங்கேயா நினச்சி பாருங்க, ரைட்? ஸோ டிஜிட்டல் செக்யூரிட்டி இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அண்ட் டிஜிட்டல் சேஃப்டி இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அண்ட் balanced use of technology, digital use. That is what I would like to tell you. See, please understand, everything cannot be all the time technology. Artificial intelligence will help you, no doubt. But artificial intelligence cannot read a book for you. You have to read the book, right? Reading a book is an experience, okay? Assimilating the ideas from the printed page is an experience, right? Which you should have. No doubt, அங்கே ஏஐயில் வந்து interact with PDF option இருக்கு. You can talk to a PDF file, right, through AI. But please understand that, right, the reading, assimilating, right, information and knowledge மாத்திர higher order thinking skills, இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் தான் டெவலப் பண்ணிக்கணும். AI will not help, right, okay? And healthy use of technology. How healthy is our use of technology, right? Another important aspect. Then, civic use. Are we using technology with a civic sense? நீங்கள் சில பல இடங்களில் burial groundல people play, right, allowed their videos, right, you understand, right? And the kind of caller tunes they have, right, totally diametrically opposite to the context in which they are. அது burial ground இருக்கும், அங்கே ரொம்ப உற்சாகமான ஒரு பாடல், right, காலர் டியூனாக இருக்கும். So is there really civic sense behind it, right? So these are all very important aspects of the digital இதெல்லாம் ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருந்தால் உங்களுடைய digital quotient will be higher, right, okay? And that is a very important aspect, right? Next slide, right, okay? So this is AI literacy. I may not go deep into it. Already பேசுனதுலேயே இதெல்லாம் வந்துடும். The artificial intelligence literacy. ஒரே ஒரு point I would like to say. January 1st, 2026, the Honorable President of India, Draupadi Murmu Madam, has launched a scheme. It is called Skilling India Challenge. ஒன்று லான்ச் பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க. and colleges are also going to be involved in that challenge. And Skilling India Challenge focus is training the students in effectively handling AI tools, AI skills, creating AI literacy. So it will come to you, right? So you can explore, right? Next slide, please. Right, okay. Yeah, next slide, sir. Yeah. So this is what, right, Google has, the chat GPT has done to Google. I don't want to go to, sir, skip a few things, sir. I will close here. So this already, I've talked about all these things, a couple of things we can skip. Next slide. Yeah. So the only way to keep AI from taking you away your job is to use AI, right? But to do your job better. That is important. Next. So this are some of the quotes related to AI in education. Next. Please understand AI is only a tool, right? And like a mic, like a projector, like a computer, it is a tool, right? Okay. Next. So I request the teacher friends to think of reading such books like Should Robots Replace Teachers? Neil Selwyn, a very interesting book. Next slide. So among AI is to be used as a tool or looked at as a threat for teachers, right? The future of education, teaching in the age of artificial intelligence. So let me so I will just skip these upcoming slides. So for teachers, maybe these slides will help you. Some AI platforms I have highlighted here, and within my limited exposure for the past 2.5 years in working with AI tools, we have come to certain conclusions with regard to certain platforms which are doing an excellent work, like Alena, EduAid and other things. Because you see, next slide. I am there actively on some AI platforms. And one channel, right, AI kana teachers and trainers kana channel. On the channel, right, you can skip a couple of slides, right? Okay. These are all some of the platforms teachers can make use of, right? And next slide. Research scholars in the mari platforms will be extremely useful. AI for research, right? Platform like SciSpace, Litmaps, right? And Connected Papers or AI platform. Any PG student, research scholar, very excellent platform. If you are giving one variable, for instance, mental health or variable, mental health or related in a variable, or map or diagram, that's called data visualization. And இதே மாதிரி தான் வரும். And ஒரு bigger round இருக்கும், smaller round. Bigger round na more cited papers, right? Small round na citations கம்மியா இருக்கிற paper. அது மாதிரி very beautiful literature review it will do for you, right? Like that, Consensus, another good platform. So all that I want to tell you is that one important thing I want to tell you with regard to AI is that there are plenty of tools coming up. I told you I am there in some channels, right, as an active contributor. எங்களுக்கு அந்த சேனலில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா midnight 00 ஹவர்ஸில் ஒரு மெசேஜ் டக்குன்னு வரும், AI tools for the day. Every day midnight 00 ஹவர்ஸ்க்கு 30 AI tools, new AI tools are coming. Okay, every day, right, 30 new AI tools, right, is coming. That is the speed at which, right, that is the velocity at which AI is expanding. And in India, we are going to have a very, very fertile ground for growth in AI, because, you see, next slide, for India, this is the portal, indiaai.gov.in. This is a portal every student you must visit every day, Research Scholar, because you see, this is an all-in-one AI platform for data sets, resources, and tools. See, you may know ChatGPT, am I right? ChatGPT ku or competition enna vandadunga? No, Gemini is a part of OpenAI, right? ChatGPT ku opposite on AI platform. As you see, DeepSeek, right? That is the right Chinese model, okay? DeepSeek. India noda AI no doubt inniki world level la top 2 players na ChatGPT and DeepSeek, right? இது ரெண்டுக்கும் ஒரு சில AI கெப்பாசிட்டியோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுது. இந்தியானுடைய AI கெப்பாசிட்டி என்னவா இருக்க போகுதுன்னா another 15 months time, இன்னைக்கு DeepSeek என்ன AI கெப்பாசிட்டி வச்சிருக்கோ அது மாதிரி 70 மடங்கு நம்மளோட AI கெப்பாசிட்டி more. That is the speed at which AI is growing in India. So all that I want to tell you is that another 2 years down the line, India is going to be the AI capital of the world, right? And every job you take up, every business you will do, every activity you will do in your business, even including farming. இன்னைக்கு என்னோட டேபிளில் ஒரு ப்ரோஷர் ஒன்று இருக்குது, கேரளா அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் யூனிவர்சிட்டியினுடைய கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் ப்ரோஷர். இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் தீம் என்ன தெரியுங்களா? ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் அண்ட் 21st century ஃபார்மிங் ப்ராக்டிசஸ். எனக்கு ஐ வாஸ் சர்ப்ரைஸ்டு, ரைட்? என்னடா ஃபார்மிங்கில் என்ன ஏஐ பண்ண போகுதுன்னு அந்த கான்செப்ட் நோட்டை படித்து பார்த்தா, சீட் செலெக்ஷன்லேருந்து ப்ரிடிக்டிங் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் மார்க்கெட்ஸ் வரைக்கும் ஏஐ என்ன பண்ணணும்னு எழுதுறான். இன்றைக்கி விற்றா எத்தனைக்கு விற்கும் நீங்கள் உங்களுடைய ப்ராடக்டை, ரைட்? இன்னொரு 2 மாதம் அதை ஹோல்டு பண்ணி விற்றீங்கன்னா எவ்வளோ ரூபாய்க்கு போகும், லாபம் கிடைக்குங்கிற வரைக்கும் farmers are going to be empowered with information through AI. So you can understand how your work life, professional life in future is going to be closely connected with AI. So all that I want to tell you is that don't think that I am doing any promotion for Government of India, because Government of India website le pathina AI for all nu or hashtag irukku, capital A capital I number 4 all nu adula poningna or video course adu சும்மா உங்கள் மொபைல் ஃபோனில் லாகின் பண்ணி ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிக்கலாம், ரைட்? ஒரு 9 மணி நேரம் அந்த வீடியோ கோர்ஸ் இருக்கும். எல்லா ஃபீல்டு ஏஐனா என்ன, ரைட்? ஏஐ என்ன பண்ண முடியும், எஜுகேஷனில் என்ன படும், இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்கு என்ன படும், டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட்டேஷனுக்கு என்ன படும், ஹெல்த் செக்டரில் என்ன படும், பேசிக் காம்பிட்டன்சஸ் ரிலேட்டட் டு ஏஐ, ரைட்? இந்த கோர்ஸ் எல்லாம் நீங்கள் எடுத்துக்கலாம். அந்த 9 மணி நேரம் வீடியோ முடிச்சோன்னா ஒரு குவிஸ் இருக்கும், முடிச்சோன்னா ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட்டும் வந்து ஒரு பிரிண்ட் அவுட் எடுத்துக்கலாம் கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியாஸ் இதோட, ரைட்? That is all going to make a lot of difference. So basic things we must be aware. That is what I would like to highlight to you. So all that I want to tell you finally is this part. The way forward is using today's tools and today's resources for today's jobs. American business lo or proverb irukku. If you do today's jobs with yesterday's tools, you may be out of business tomorrow. Okay? So you will have to learn to do today's works with today's tools. So that is what is the practical wisdom you should develop, right? So learn the skills, learn the tools of the day, and make a difference in any profession you take up, right? So it's not that this profession will get you any profession. When I joined BA English, 1980s, people were criticizing, come on, what is this BA English, what he will end up with, right? Okay, this is such a non-utilitarian course. At that time, I got a seat in BCom. And people, I refused to join BCom, I joined, because in those days, if you join BCom, immediately at the end you will get into a bank, right? Okay. But I refused to join BCom, I joined BA English. People were criticizing, So it's not what course you study, what program you study, what job you take. Wherever you get in, if you can travel with the trend of the day, then you make a difference. That's what I would like to say. So next slide, sir, right? Okay. So I thank you here, dear friends. And I should profusely thank Father, Secretary and the management for giving me the opportunity. If you think that any idea I have given you will be beneficial, you should thank Dr. Gilbert Rani. Boring arunda, you should catch hold of her. Okay. So thank you very much every one of you.
Please give a big round of applause, students. Thank you, sir, for instilling thoughtful insights on digital literacy frameworks. Your speech was really packed with thought-provoking ideas and loads of information. Once again, we thank you, sir, for your valuable presence with us. The success of this conference lies in the participation of students from various institutions like Madurai Institute of Social Sciences, Pasambur Muthuramalanga Devar College, the American College, and Anugraha Institute. And we happily acknowledge that nearly 18 presenters have presented their paper through online mode from Mist University, and 8 of them have presented their papers in offline mode. We also have online presentation from Jammu and Kashmir and Dehradun, and we have received nearly 7 papers from our own institution. Now, may I invite our Deputy Principal, Dr. A. Sundarraj, to distribute certificates to our participants. Ms. M. Kalai from Madurai Institute of Social Science. P. Pasupati, 2nd MSW from Madurai Institute of Social Science. R. Ovia, Madurai Institute of Social Science. P. Aishwarya Lakshmi, 1st MSW from Madurai Institute of Social Science. S. Joyce Jayarani, Assistant Professor from Madurai Institute of Social Science. S. Muthukarthika, 2nd MSW from Madurai Institute of Social Science. A. Lourdes Brisella Mary, Research Scholar from Anugraha Institute of Social Science. T. Jayasudha, Psychologist from Anugraha Institute of Social Science. Participants. We request one participant from PMT College to receive the participation certificate. Any one participant from PMT College can receive your participation certificate. S. Joyce Jayarani, Assistant Professor from Madurai Institute of Social Science. Gratitude is the best attitude. Thank you, dignitaries, for distributing the certificates. May I now take the opportunity to invite Dr. Gilbert Rani, IQAC Coordinator, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Reverend Father Secretary, Deputy Principal Sir, Reverend Father Vice Principal, the Chief Guest, faculty members, research scholars, students, organizing committee members, and dear participants. It's my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks for 3-day international conference on Gen Z and global future, fostering social responsibility in the connected world. First and foremost, I humbly submit my heartfelt gratitude to the Almighty, whose divine presence has guided us throughout and made this occasion truly special. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Reverend Father Rector, Reverend Father Secretary, and Reverend Father Principal for their visionary leadership, continuous guidance, and unwavering support, which greatly contributed to the successful organization of this international academic event. I express my wholehearted gratitude to the Reverend Father Secretary for his feasible guidance, fruitful counseling, and extra support in making all academic events successful. I sincerely thank you for your gracious felicitation, Father. Thank you. I express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Sundar Raj, Deputy Principal, for his vast experience in education, progressive adaptation of new technologies, and his ability to inspire others. I sincerely thank you, sir, for the kind felicitation. Thank you, sir. I place on record our sincere appreciation to our chief guest, Dr. S. Sindilnathan, Program Director, UGC Malaviya Mission Teacher Training Center, Bharathidasan University, Tiruchirappalli, for graciously consenting to preside over his felicitatory section and for the inspiring address that added immense value to the conference. We are aware of how the education turns into the contemporary needs in terms of gleb of suitable subjects and the knowledge of digital quotient. Thank you so much, sir. We extend our sincere thanks to all the resource persons, Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim from Maldives, Dilip Divagar from Delhi, Reverend Father Ranjit Nyanaselvam, Tanzania, and Monica from Germany, Larissa from Germany, and Taurus from Switzerland, Edwin from Andhra Pradesh, Rajendran from Tanzania, Ramakrishnan from Chennai, whose scholarly insights, thoughtful, provoking deliberation, and rich experience have greatly enriched the academic discourses and provided meaningful perspectives on Gen Z and global social responsibility. We are deeply thankful to all the presenters and participants from various institutions and countries for their active participation, insightful presentation, and enthusiastic engagement, which made the conference vibrant and intellectually rewarding. We gratefully acknowledge the tireless effort of organizing committee, conveners, senior faculty members, and moderators of the sessions whose dedication, meticulous planning, and teamwork ensure the smooth conduct of all sessions over these 3 days. All the above, we thank each and every individuals who directly or indirectly contributed to the grand success of this conference. I extend my special thanks to the MC team and technical team for rendering their dedicated support and efficiently functioning as the core on-screen team. Thank you very much. Welcome and thanks. Maybe the simple word, but they truly reveal the culture we uphold and the values shaped by our education. I extend my special thanks to Reverend Dr. Jayabhaskaran S.J., the driving force behind this conference. Through his generosity and tireless effort, he facilitated the participants of foreign delegates, thereby enriching and elevating the structure of this conference. Thank you very much, Father. With these words, I once again thank you, one and all present here, and wish everyone continued academic excellence and meaningful contribution towards shaping a socially responsible global future. Thank you once again. We will meet in the another fruitful forum. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for proposing the vote of thanks. Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you, participants and students. Hope we meet in another occasion. Thank you all.